Ladies and gentlemen, now to King to the Paradise. Jazzy Fusion Productions. Sam, Sean Wow, showing off. She like me, I kinda dig it. So I did my thing for her. She joining with me, now we getting groovy. Hotter than jacuzzi, so show me what you show down. See them other fellas, and I ain't hating. They try to do it like me, it ain't the same. Front to back, shorty side to side, and lean with where the souls you now. I just feel like you should come to my crib. Yeah. I'll be comfortable if you need you. I'm not tripping, but if you should be my girl. You should be my girl.
Hey, 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 it's your girl Nay coming to you with another episode of As Told by Nay, the podcast. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and let's talk about it. Love y'all. Happy Thursday. It's your girl Nay. Another episode of As Told by Nay, the podcast. I'm sitting here with Miss Shannon Davenport. Hey y'all. How you doing today? Good so far. We'll see. So we have a very interesting conversation for you guys tonight. We're going to be talking about some signs, astrology, a little bit to our understanding of what that is, what it means for us. She's a fellow Virgo. Before we get started, let me go ahead and toast to that. Virgo season has officially ended and we've now moved into Libra season. So we're going to just toast up to the fact that we had a pretty good Virgo season. Did you? Every year. Agreed. Okay. So before we get started though, how about you go ahead and let the people know a little bit about you, anything they need to know. What is it that you do? Just go ahead and brag on yourself a little bit.
Oh, okay. So I'm Shannon. I have a t-shirt business. It's called Glam Creation. So I put anything on whatever you want me to put it on. But right now, my main focus is glam aesthetics, which is facial and skincare. So if you need a facial, my Facebook is Shannon Davenport, and my booking link is in my bio. Because you gotta have clean skin to get clear skin. So just come to me and we'll get you together.
Get your melanin popping for real.
All the way popping.
So, and let me just brag on you a little bit too, because I've known you for many, many years. And I like to support the people that I know and pour into the businesses of people that I know. And you have really good customer service.
Thank you.
I've gotten t-shirts from you a couple of times, late request and all, and she always make it happen for me. I know you do some little fun
Oh
toys.
yeah, I sell sex toys too. So if y'all trying to get it, a little hot and spicy in the bedroom, I got some of them for you too.
Okay, and then now you're into, you said glam aesthetics, so your facial and skincare.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. That's what's up. I'm gonna be getting with you because my skin can be raggedy when it starts to get a little cool outside.
It's about to be cold. Y'all don't want a dry face. Just come to me. I got you covered.
Right.
Take care of that.
Right. So, okay, so that's a little bit about Miss Shannon. Every week, when I have a guest on, I like to do this segment called Excuse Me, Come Again. I'm going to give you 4 random questions.
Oh, Lord.
Answer honestly. I'm going to tell y'all every week again, she does not know what I'm about to ask her. She is getting it on the spot. But it's like a little icebreaker. Get you a little warmed up and ready to talk. So, question number 1. What are 5 things that a man has to possess before you take him seriously?
Stability.
Ready.
You need to be stable, and that's in everything. That's financially, mentally. Like you got to have your mind right. You have to have stability. Okay. You got to have some ambition. Okay. I don't care if you working today. You need to be trying to be a manager by next week. You got to be working towards something. Stability. What else? I think I don't really have 5.
You don't have 5?
No, because I feel like when I say stability, that's like all around. Like, you need to be financially stable,
Okay.
you need to be mentally stable. Like, and I feel like a lot of people go straight to finances, but stability for me, mentally, you got to be there. I don't want no crazy man around me.
Thanks.
You got to have some ambition. You got to have some goals. You got to be family oriented.
Okay.
Because we can't be out here dating forever. That's not the goal.
Not the goal.
What
about no physical attributes?
I mean, I got some physical attributes, but I don't know if this PG-13 is R-rated. I mean, you ain't got to have the best, upper body physique, but I feel like down below, you got to
need part.
You got to, you got to come with it.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that at all. I'm here for it. All right. So question number 2. They said that September is take a man on a date month. Have you ever taken a man on a date? And if you have, what was it for him? Because they say that women like all the bells and whistles when we go on a date, but we don't know how to take our men on dates. So what does a good date look like for you when you're treating them?
If I'm gonna plan a date, I know ahead of time, like I want to take this guy out, so I'm gonna ask him what you like to eat, what you like to do, like have you, different. I like to introduce people because I like to go out to eat, I like to do different stuff, so I like to introduce people to something new. So yeah, I'll take a man on a date. I have before, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, because if you want to be courted, a man want to feel appreciated too. Right. So I'm all for it. Show your man off.
Yes, ma'am. And that's one of the things we're gonna get into with this topic today. Us Virgos are very romantic.
Yeah,
show know how to treat you. All right.
If you act right.
If you act right. And you know what? I'm just gonna read these stats real quick because I put this poll on both Facebook and Instagram. And they say the fellas is not acting right this year to be getting taken out on dates.
They're not, but I mean,
16% say yes, they wouldn't mind participating in take a man on a date. And 84% said no, y'all don't deserve it. What y'all doing to these women? Those are big numbers.
Those real big numbers. I didn't think so many women would say no. And I know a lot of women that'll take a man out on a date.
Of the 16%, because there was a lot of people was like, oh, there must be a small number of people. No, it was a lot of people that voted. And of the 16%, I could say probably half of those women were married or in a relationship. So, of course, they're going to take their husband out.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, oh, they fed up with y'all this year, 2020. Somebody said Audacity was going to sell all year. And so ain't nobody getting took nowhere.
I can see that. It has. How dare you? Yeah, it has.
How dare you? Facts. Okay. So question number 3. What is the most common misconception about you? Like, what would people assume?
People think I'm mean. People think I'm stuck up because I got a resting.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I got a resting bitch face. People really think I'm mean, and people think I'm unapproachable. But I feel like, I don't know, once you get to talking to me, like, you'll see that I'm real down to earth. I'm the sweetest person you ever meet.
Okay.
But yeah, people think I'm mean and people think I'm stuck up. Okay. I get it all the time.
And then they meet you and it's like,
and they meet me and it's like, oh, I thought you was this, so I thought you was that. And I'm like, me?
Okay. Common misconception. That was funny. I put that on there because I was talking to this lady today and she said, I didn't realize how like laid back you were.
Yeah.
And people believe that I'm just like outgoing, fun, and crazy all the time, but I'm really not. I'm actually kind of shocked.
Really?
Yeah. And
I wouldn't guess.
Exactly. People like, I wouldn't guess that. But when you meet me in like a work setting or something that I'm doing for like business, of course I'm outgoing, and, real in your face. But
outside of that, I'm just chill.
Peeping the scene, I'm very observant. I be chilling.
I'm observant too, and I don't even like talk a lot, but people really believe that I'm stuck up and I'm mean, and I just think I'm better than everybody, and I don't. I really don't. I tell people all the time, like, it's just me.
Yeah,
it's just me.
I'm a misconception. Okay. And then question number 4, and this is the last question. What is your favorite guilty pleasure?
You told me this ahead of time. No, my favorite guilty pleasure. Yes, I don't know.
So like my favorite guilty pleasure, I like to dance. And so, and I'm kind of conceited a little bit. I'm like very infatuated with myself. I will dress up and do full blown like music videos in my room that nobody will see. And then like when I'm bored or something, I'll go back and watch
look at it.
Yeah.
My favorite guilty pleasure. I mean, I like to do that too, but the thing with I can't dance, so I'm always in the mirror practicing because people be like, "You got a big butt and you don't know how to know." It don't move like how it should. So I do always every time I be practicing, I be sending my friends videos like, "Look how it look here." But I mean, yeah, I guess that could be one because I always say if I knew how to dance, I would be a stripper.
I used to say that in college that if
I knew how to dance,
I could get this body together,
I would be a stripper.
I knew what he was doing.
If I knew how to move it,
I knew what he was doing. Right. Okay. So very good. So that was the excuse me come again question.
Okay.
Very good. Real easy,
not
right?
that bad.
So if I had to give today's conversation a topic, I would name it Questions for a Virgo.
Mm-hmm.
Questions for a Virgo. And I have a very colorful letter from someone who would like to discuss Virgos. And so I'm going to get right into it and read this little letter. And then we're going to talk about it. So, dear Virgo, first of all, they know me that I'm a Virgo because they ain't even put dear Nate this time.
Right.
Dear Virgo, why do you talk so much shit, but you scary as hell? I mean, the second you catch yourself falling for someone, you freeze and turn into Casper. The moment the relationship takes a step in a great direction, you out here walking in ice slippers. Why? Why are y'all runners and serial self-sabotagers? Why do you mask sneakiness as being super private? Why is it so hard for you to be candid about your feelings? Why are you like this? Is it the control issues, the neurotic perfectionist trait? I mean, what's the deal? I'm trying to be understanding, but at some point, being understanding and respecting your boundaries slowly deteriorates mine. I'm at a loss at how to handle you, this wishy-washiness, Virgo. I'm unsure how to interpret your silence, Virgo. I want to continue to deal with you, Virgo. Will I pick up the phone when you finally get out of your head? I don't know, Virgo. So someone help a brother out. What's the cheat code to Virgo?
It ain't a cheat code. How dare somebody write a letter bad mouthing us when we not the problem? If you don't understand us, just say, I don't understand what's going on.
My girl said, how dare you write
Audacity must have been on sale because he had the audacity to write that letter.
The audacity.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what's crazy though, and I'm not like a super big into like astrology and stuff, but this is a common thing.
I get it. Yeah, it is.
People complain about Virgos all the time. Right now, guys, go ahead and drop in the comments. What is your worst experience? And what sign was it? In a relationship, in a friendship? What sign was the worst situation that you had?
And it couldn't have been a Virgo.
So here's my thing. When it comes to the whole signs thing, I feel like Virgos are really, really good friends. I made a list of some common traits that I find in myself and my Virgo friends. Good traits. So we're hardworking. We're creative. We're very reliable. We're patient, kind, loyal, very, very loyal, and understanding.
Yes.
So I have some really close folks that are Virgos. My mom is actually a Virgo, and we get along really, really well. So maybe in friendships,
it works, but relationships,
you know, so when you get to some negative traits that maybe your romantic partner might not appreciate too much, that's when things get a little sticky. So something that I found, just doing a little research on this, people said some negative traits that they could think of for Virgos are, we're very critical. We are stubborn.
Okay, I can agree.
Overthinkers. Mm-hmm. Very picky. And so funny what you just said. Uptight / stuck up. So I feel like that comes with misunderstanding.
I don't think we picky though. I feel like we know what we want. Like I know what I want. If I would tell you up front, This is what I like. This is what I don't like.
Yes.
If this not what you want, let me know. We don't have to waste each other's time.
Right.
I've told plenty of guys that before. What you looking for?
Are we on the same page?
If we're not on the same page, it's not, we might as well nip this in the bud now. So, I mean, yeah, picky, but I feel like that's not necessarily a bad trait. Knowing what you want is not a bad trait and being upfront about it, because I don't want to waste my time with nobody.
Okay. So somebody chimed in who's a Virgo and said they don't understand us.
They don't.
I can agree with that because what you take as stubborn or picky or critical is we're perfectionists. I can definitely say that. And passionate about what we like and what we want and how we see it. So us being critical, we're critical of ourselves.
Very.
Because we want things to be in order. We're very structured people. So that's your misunderstanding.
It's just a misunderstanding.
It's a misunderstanding. It's not that we're being critical or perfectionist. Well, yeah, perfectionist.
We know what we want.
It's because
nothing
we
wrong
know what
with
we
that.
want. Facts. Somebody else said their worst relationships, Gemini and Virgo. So tell me about that.
I wouldn't dare.
Why Virgo for you and why Gemini? So I have some close friends that are Geminis, and they kind of crazy a little bit.
Mm-hmm. That's all I want in date one.
They're very intense people.
Night and day. I wouldn't date one.
They're very intense people. I think a sign that I would not date is a Leo.
Well, see, my birthday is right. My birthday is August 23rd. Mm-hmm. So that's the start of Virgo season, but 22nd in Leo season. So I feel like I have certain qualities of a Leo, but I identify more as a Virgo, but certain stuff I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I can see that. Okay. The Leo in me, since I'm like right there. Mm-hmm. So, I mean,
I feel like Leos can be very bullheaded and stubborn, and and these are the negatives.
Very stubborn,
and I'm stubborn too. Virgos are stubborn too, so that just wouldn't. I have some very strong women in my life that are Leos, and I feel like on a friend level, it works. But I couldn't imagine that being a man. If
I dated my daughter's dad, I believe he is a Leo, and it was a struggle.
It's a power struggle.
Constantly. He wanted this way, I wanted this way, and I'm like, no, it's my way. It's not gonna be your way.
Two very strong,
very, very, very strong. So I wouldn't. Yeah, that was probably the last Leo I dated. It was probably like 6 years ago. Would not recommend. But I mean, they're not bad people.
Right.
No.
And not to say, none of the signs I would say, oh, you're a bad person because you're this sign. But just looking at some of the characteristics.
It ain't going to work with mine.
Right. And how they match up with mine.
It ain't going to work with mine.
Somebody else said, some of the most authentic women I know are Virgos. Yes, ma'am.
Period.
Yes, ma'am. They are also overthinkers. We are.
Yeah.
Right when I pop in, I have Gemini friends that are crazy. Definitely talking about you. Definitely talking about you.
Because it's like a switch. I couldn't date a Gemini because I wouldn't know. Yeah, I'm not going to know what. And I like to know what I'm getting up front. You might wake up one day and I'll be like,
what's going on here? What is going on here? Okay. So, common misconception about Virgos. For me, someone said we're very critical about everything, right? So like when you are dating someone, you feel like you should dress them, you want their appearance to be a certain way, you want this, you want that.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm not like that. I'm not that type of Virgo. I'm very neat, and I definitely feel like presentation is everything. But it's not to the point where I feel like I need to dictate how you look. I feel like I'm going to pick somebody that know me. Yeah. Don't try me.
I'm not going to dictate it, but I might be like, you wearing that today? Why don't you put this on? I might, guide you, deter you in another direction. I ain't going to be like, take it off. But I might be like, I don't think you should wear that today. Like, maybe you should put this on, especially if we're going out to eat. This ain't that type of restaurant.
I feel like that.
But I'm not like, go take it off. Right. I'm like, maybe you should, change it up a little bit. I might suggest different things, but I ain't going to be like, you need to take that off. Ain't gonna be
So
rude.
I saw that on the other side. So I've dated a Virgo, a serious relationship with a Virgo. This is the only Virgo that I have ever
I bet
dated.
you gonna date another one.
And no, I would not, because let me tell you a little bit about it. We are very passionate people. Very passionate people. So when I think about, that relationship, when it was good, it was amazing. He was literally like my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
He just understood me. We got along really good. We very humorous people. So we laughing all the time. We joking. We're playful. But when it was bad, and we butted heads because we very strong people.
Yeah, very strong-minded.
He's not backing down. I'm not backing down. And so, like I was saying, I'm more calm in the sense of like, I would like to say that I'm very artsy. So my style is a little different. I'm meticulous about appearance, but to my own style.
Right.
Whereas he was a real pretty boy. So, not a hair out of place. And he would be like you, where it was like, what we going? You wearing that? And I would get upset because now I'm finna, yup.
It is.
Because ain't nothing wrong with what I got on. But it was he was more direct, like where you're like, you're a woman, so it comes off more nurturing, where he was like, nah.
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
What's up with this? And I used to get really offended, whereas later he was like, I'm not trying to offend you. I'm not trying to be rude, but no.
It's a way you can. That's why I don't say change that. I'd be like, you don't think you should put on?
Yeah, like it was a very intense relationship. I can definitely say that. Shout out to him because he definitely taught me. He grew me up. He definitely grew me up. I met him rather young. We were together for a long time, and he grew me up. I learned a lot about myself through him. And crazy, we're a lot alike, but polar opposites at the same time. How does that work? They say that though, Virgo women and men, they hit different a little bit.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't date one, because I feel like I'll be dating myself, and it take a strong person.
It's crazy. Leo, we the best. Don't nobody care about Virgos. First of all,
that's the problem. What we did to anybody? What did we do?
I don't understand. They don't get us. They don't understand us, and it comes off as very offensive, guys.
We did nothing to nobody.
Somebody, gotta be a woman thing. I don't know none of my homeboy signs. So that's a perfect lead-in. How do you feel about the whole signs thing? Like, okay, so you can relate to Virgo traits and you can relate to some Leo traits because your birthday is right there. So you feel like there's some truth to that stuff then?
Yeah.
Possibly, because we were sitting here talking before the show.
For sure.
And we had a lot of commonalities that we see that are Virgo traits. So
for sure.
There's some truth to that. And I have started to, like, when I meet people, be like, well, what's your sign? Just to kind of see.
See, I used to do that in high school. I used to be like, what's your sign? You put it in, like, is this going to work? But now I feel like, I don't know, I'm an adult, but when I look back at, like, all my past relationships, most of the guys that I have dated or took serious, they have either been an Aries or a Taurus, so it's kind of like, I never paid attention to it, but now that I think about it, I don't know what about me attracts them, but we don't get along.
So I definitely have been reading up a little more on it, and I've read that Taurus and Virgos are actually very compatible when it comes to relationships. Their personalities like balance each other out.
Maybe it's me then.
So about that, I feel like, and Virgos back me up, we are people who, again, we're very loyal and we're very romantic, but we know what we want. And that can change
at any time. And when it changes, it has to change. I don't want this no more. I want this now. And it needs to change. If it don't change, then we can't. You either change, because I can't change.
Right.
You got to change, or this just not going to work out.
But we're good communicators. So when something has shifted.
Maybe it's the Leo in me, because I know I'm a bad communicator.
Are you?
I can say what I want up front, but like further down the line, if I don't like something, I can definitely say, I don't like this. But as far as like voicing, like expressing myself, I can't do it.
Okay. So I feel like that's that's a little different. So when there's an issue, you may not be able to verbally express the emotions and the feelings because we tend to hide those, guys.
Mm-hmm.
That is definitely a Virgo trait. But you're able to communicate in things that you don't like, what you want. If there's a problem, you're able
I'm
to
definitely gonna voice it.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Don't let it happen again. And if I have to tell you twice, it's a problem.
It's definitely a problem. It's definitely a problem. Because I'm only gonna have this conversation with you once.
And I feel like you need to be paying attention.
Please pay attention. Because there will be follow-up questions.
Exactly.
Do you ask a lot of questions?
I do.
Yep. I definitely
I ask a lot of questions. I ask a lot of simple
questions
too. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite food? Do you like to go out to eat? Do you like to stay home? Like I like to learn people because it may be something that I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know. One thing about me, I hate wasting time.
Bingo.
I hate wasting time.
Bingo.
I'm always what you want out. Is you looking for a relationship?
What we doing?
Are you looking for a
what are we doing?
Yeah, what we doing? I need to know up front.
X. I'm definitely like that. And I'll play the game for a little while. Mm-hmm. You know, you might get a little bit of time out of me where I'm just going with the flow. But if I like you, or there's starting to be an understanding that maybe this can be something. No, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Is you trying to do this? Are you trying to have a sneaky link? I need to know because I can't waste time.
Hello, no more wasted time. You know what's crazy? I just found out recently, like within the last couple of months, what a sneaky link was. I kept hearing that from a particular subgroup of people, and I'm like, where did I get that from? What is that?
It's a sneaky link.
You
ain't got no business doing, but it feels good while you're doing it.
I'm hearing everybody talking about sneaky links, and I'm like, oh, so this
you ain't got no business with this person, but it feels good when you're doing it. It's a sneaky link. Okay. But I need to know, is this just gonna be a sneaky link, or is you trying to like really get to know me and really trying to build something, not necessarily saying a relationship, but something other than a booty call?
Thanks. Cheers to the sneaky links.
Cheers to the sneaky links.
Cheers mostly to the sneaky link because I'm just really learning what that is and understanding.
Mm-hmm, that's what it is. Somebody you ain't got no business with, but it feels good while you with them.
Okay. So that kind of leads into, so somebody was, do you feel like you're shy or kind of reserved or not really? And I mean like off rip. Not once you got to know people, but just like off of somebody
off
wants to
real,
meet you.
When you meet me, I'm asking you, you want to take me on a date? Okay, we can go on a date. But at dinner, I'm asking you, what is it you trying to do with me? Because my intentions might not be the same. I may want a sneaky link, and you may want a relationship that's not going to work.
Okay. So then moving into y'all dealing with each other. When I say shy, I mean all the way around. So like even when you meet other women, are you kind of reserved? Because one thing about Virgos is we're very observant.
I'm observant.
Very observant.
I'm going to observe first before and I feel like, well, you're a Virgo, but if you weren't, like, I'm going to observe you, and that's going to determine how I react to you. Like, I can switch it on and on. I can be outgoing. I can be that girl, but I can also be like, I got to watch.
Right.
So it just, I don't think I'm shy. I think I react off other people's energy.
Okay. So, myth or fact, someone was saying that the Virgo women that they have dealt with in the past have been kind of shy in the bedroom.
I can get, yeah.
You're more of a letting him lead.
Yeah, because I feel like you a man, you need to take control. Tell me what you want me to do, and then I can do it, because I feel like if I take control and kind of put them on like the backside, like she may want, I don't know how to explain it, but I like for a man to take control in the bedroom. Tell me what you like, what you don't like, what you want me to do, what you don't want me to do. I'm not saying I'm shy, like I'm just gonna lay there, but I'm just gonna go off of your energy. Basically.
So are you initiating intimate moments, or are you waiting for him to get it popping?
9 times out of 10, I'm probably gonna wait for him, because I feel like as a man, you need to show your woman that you want her and you desire her. So if I have to initiate it, I'm feeling like you don't really want me how you say you do. You say you want me, but you're not acting like it. If I got to do all the work, it's a problem. It's definitely a problem.
Okay.
Because I'm already like strong-minded, so I need somebody with some aggressiveness.
Okay. Said Nate put me on with the guest sneaky links. I can't.
See, I didn't say that I wanted a sneaky link. I just said sneaky links are okay if that's established from the beginning. Okay, this is what we here for. We sneaky linking it. That's it.
Said sneaky link all day. Let me come to Sarasota. I can't.
See, I didn't even say all that. That must be a man because they don't listen. Men don't listen because I didn't say that. I did not say that.
Facts.
After all we said, that's what they heard.
That's what they took away from it. We are very observant in the beginning and come off shy, but we are just studying your moves. Yes, yes.
But see, I got a Virgo friend that says she come alive in the bedroom. She take control. I can't. I need you to lead me. I mean, if I'm like drunk or whatever, I kind of do become very aggressive in the bedroom, but I don't know. I like for somebody to take control of me sometimes.
I am very if I'm not comfortable, then I'm shy and reserved. But once I become comfortable, and that could take a while.
That's what I was going to say. But at what point do you become comfortable to where you aggressive in the bedroom? Because she a Virgo too. She aggressive right off the bat. Yeah. I'm not, unless I don't know. It's weird.
That's like years down the road. And honestly, that Virgo that I dated before, I think that was the most comfortable I have ever been with a man. And he was able to draw things out of me that probably no other man will ever see ever again. Unless.
So I need to date a Virgo.
We are very passionate people.
Okay. So I need to find a Virgo.
So
that's what I'm getting at.
So yeah, like it hit different. It hit different.
That's
now there are some people, people draw things out of you. And I just, I'm just kind of quiet and just, I don't know. I have to be very comfortable with you to tap into that.
And it do take a while.
And it takes a while.
That's why I like somebody to take control. Because I'm going to follow your lead.
Right. But then that also goes back to knowing what I want. I'm not going to unleash the freak. And I don't even know if you're going to be here 2 months from now.
Exactly.
Everybody can't get that.
Or if you can handle it.
Or that. Because people crazy. People crazy. Y'all talking about out here at the WAP. Nah, get you a Virgo. Lose your mind.
Whole different kind of experience.
Lose your mind. That's funny because the person that wrote this letter love to say how they don't like Virgos, no more Virgos, but they always find a Virgo. With a Virgo. Yeah. Because we the best.
We is. That's it.
We the best, like DJ Khaled say. Okay, so you said no Geminis for you.
I don't think so.
The people in your inner circle, your best friends, what are their signs?
A Virgo. Lost your birthday in May. So what is that? See, I'm not really good. I have to look them up.
Might be a Gemini.
To
I
know.
Have a really close friend. Her birthday is towards the end of May. She's a Gemini. Her birthday at the end of May or the beginning?
It's May 17th.
I think she might be a Gemini.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask her. Because when I think about it, all my friends' birthdays are earlier in the year.
Okay.
I think the latest birthday I have, my friend, her birthday is the end of September. I think that's it. Everybody else's birthdays, like close friends that I talk to every day is towards the beginning of the year.
I'm trying to think what is even up there. I know Capricorns are earlier in the year. You got some Pisces up there.
Pisces, yeah. I have my daughter is a Pisces, so
Pisces and Virgos get along very well.
We do
very well. The last couple of people who I were interested in were Pisces, and that's pretty dope interactions.
Yeah,
pretty dope interactions. What else up there? I'm not really big into the, I ask people.
I have a sister that's a Sagittarius. I have a sister and a brother that's a Sagittarius.
Okay.
And let me tell you.
You don't like those things?
I love my brother and I love my sister, but we bumped heads.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about them Sagittarius, but yeah, we definitely bumped heads all the time. I love them to death, but I'm just like, I can't deal with them right now because they just, I don't know how to, they're very aggressive.
Aggressive people. Okay. I think I know a couple of Sagittarius, but Not in the capacity of.
Yeah, I don't have any like friends that I talk to on a day-to-day basis. That's a Sagittarius. No.
Okay.
Not saying y'all bad people.
Right.
I'm just saying we don't always, we don't mesh well all the time.
He said, I ain't say she want a sneaky link. I said I want one.
Oh, well, yeah, you just gotta find a woman. It's women out there that want a sneaky link, and that's all they want. That's why you have to be upfront about what you want. You want a sneaky link? Okay, cool. We can do this, and that's it.
Somebody saying Glenn.
Hey, girl, is it a girl?
Yeah, it is. Oh, Sierra.
Oh, hey, girl.
Sierra.
I love her. I love you, Sierra.
Shout out to Sierra.
Candy kisses.
She definitely pops in and checks on you, girl, from time to time. I definitely appreciate it. So, signs. So we can agree Pisces are pretty good with
They
Virgos. I've read that. I've never had this experience, but Taurus are, they say they're compatible.
That's what they say, but I don't know because I ain't never lasted long with a Taurus, so I don't know who said that, but they need to rewrite it because I don't know.
True.
I don't think that's true.
Might not be true.
To a certain extent because, like I said, my serious relationships have been with a Taurus or a Leo, which I mean, I don't know about a Leo. Would not recommend. But a Taurus, and I don't know why, because it's good, but then it kind of like fall off.
Mm-hmm.
Like a cliff, is like one wrong turn,
like
and that's
cliff.
it. Yeah, it's like that's it. Like it's good, but once it's bad, it's bad. That's it.
That's one thing they said too about Virgos. We're very understanding and patient, but that cutoff game's strong.
It's very strong, and when I say strong, I mean like no other.
We done.
When we done, that's it. Make sure if you want this to be done, make sure that's what you want. Because in my mind, it's done. So when you say we done,
and it's because we so loyal. It's like I'm giving you 110%, but when you show me that you don't appreciate it, it's not being reciprocated, don't worry about it.
It's done. Cutoff game definitely strong.
You have a good day, sir or ma'am.
And I can see you tomorrow and hang.
Right.
Keep it going. Like, we don't need to, it ain't no beef. It's just when it's done, it's done with me. It's a done deal. That's it. Literally, that's it.
When it's done, it's done. That is it. That is it.
Definitely can agree to that.
Period. Listen.
It's done. It's a wrap.
Okay. So, another common, well, maybe not a common misconception, but truth or myth. Are you a clean freak?
No, I'm not.
I'm not either. Somebody said that about Virgos, but for me, that's a no.
In my mind, yeah. I'm like, this needs to be like this needs to be like that, but I can't. I'm like an unorganized mess. Or unorganized
mess.
Me
too.
That's me. I'm not saying I'm filthy. Don't y'all go out there talking about me saying that Shannon was on the podcast saying that she don't clean up. I do clean up.
What we said.
But what I'm saying is like in my mind, I know where everything at. You just might not know where it's at. I don't know how to explain it.
Because we're very structured and we compartmentalize, but that's like logic.
Yeah.
Like, organized up here.
But this look a mess. But up here, I know exactly what's going on.
I understand what's happening now.
Oh, who said we was clean freaks?
I read that online.
No,
I read that online. And that's a myth for me.
I don't think so.
That's a myth for me.
I mean, you got to be clean, but yeah, I ain't know.
I'm not a clean freak. I'm clean.
Yeah.
I'm not a clean freak.
I'm not a clean freak. And plus, I got kids. I ain't finna be cleaning up every 10 minutes. No.
I feel like people, again, misunderstanding.
That's a very
mistake for us being structured
and perfectionist. But it's not so much perfectionist as cleanliness. It's like in my head, like if I have a goal, it has to go exactly how it's going in my head. Like this has to happen first, then this, then this. Then this, like it can't go out of order.
Thanks. That is funny. Okay, so I'm glad I'm not throwing one. Other Virgos, chime in. Y'all clean freaks, or y'all be out here?
I don't think I really know no Virgos that's clean freaks though.
Yeah, I think that's a myth because I'm just
maybe it's the clean freak like in my head, but.
Yes, ma'am. So, I want to, just for a quick minute, because we're going to get off subject real quick. Somebody said this. the climate that the world is in right now, and somebody mentioned the whole Breonna Taylor thing. This is amazing. Black women being able to come together and uplift one another and support each other. We are definitely, and we talked a little bit about this maybe like 2 weeks ago, about the Black woman feeling very unprotected, very in today's society, and just not appreciated the way that we should be. And I just want to address this because I'm not moving past it. I literally am just so disgusted and disturbed with the reality of what life is that I can't even address it right now. It is, I have no words. So I definitely acknowledge what has happened in regards to that, but I just can't even gather my thoughts in regards to that right now. So I definitely wanted to keep it light today.
It's really like a what the hell going on situation. Like, what the hell going on in the world with
like
Black
this
women?
is really,
like, why?
This is real. Like, this is everyday life for real. And it's really sad.
It is. And it's not even to the extreme of what happened to her, God rest her soul, but it's just like, you see women bashing all the time from other, and not saying only Black men, but when you see it from Black men, it's kind of like, you got a mama, you got an aunt, you got a grandma, some of y'all got kids. It's kind of like, how can you talk about this woman, what she doing, but you came from a Black woman. Right. So it's definitely, Black women are definitely not appreciated as much as we should be, especially when we go so hard for Black men.
That part,
especially, I can't see myself. I hate how some Black men treat women, but I can't see myself without, a Black man.
Thanks.
So I definitely agree, y'all. Men, you got to do just a
little bit more,
just a little bit better. And it's not even so much about protecting, just appreciate us. Like,
we're very undervalued.
Just appreciate the Black woman, like your mama, your grandma, your aunt. Like, it's very common sense to me. I don't see how y'all don't get it, but to each his own.
Shout out to all of y'all out there that do it for the mamas and the aunties and the grandmas. Shout out to y'all. It is appreciated.
For real.
It is appreciated.
You don't even understand how much it make a Black woman feel when just a simple, girl, I appreciate you.
Right.
Girl, I see you doing your thing. Like, just simple stuff. Like, thank you.
Thank you.
A simple thank you.
I see you.
Way.
I see you, girl. Keep grinding. I hope you having a good day, Queen.
I see you with your businesses.
That part.
Something, like, just something to let us know, like, y'all appreciate us how we go hard for Black men. That's very simple. It don't take much.
So I just wanted to insert that little piece real quick, just because it was brought up. No, I am not moving past the Breonna Taylor thing. Yes, I'm aware of, what the conclusion of that situation was. It disgusts me, and it is definitely disturbing. And I just those are the only words that I have for it right now. The only words that I have. But with that being said, shout out to all my queens out there doing big things. I see y'all with y'all businesses. I see y'all out here growing up, drinking your water, hitting the gym, y'all in school, take care of these babies. I see y'all.
You need a facial, take care of that skin too.
Hit me up. I support all y'all and everything that y'all doing. It's all love from this life. All right. So back to the conversation at hand. I came up with a little list that I feel to help y'all. Because at the end of the letter, he said, what's the cheat code?
It ain't no cheat code.
But it ain't a cheat code, but I'm going to put you up on game just a little bit.
Don't tell them everything. Because then they ain't going to want to work for it.
But you still got to put in work because it takes a special kind of person
to
deal with a Virgo.
Kind of person.
It definitely takes a strong and special kind of person.
Mentally strong. Because some days I be like, girl, you tripping. But then it's like, oh, well, I'm tripping. You better figure it out.
I have had plenty of my friends tell me I was toxic.
Me too. That's crazy.
But you know what?
Me too. That's crazy.
They love me.
Exactly. Can't get enough of a Virgo.
So, toxic or not. That is hilarious. So, my first tip to you for dealing with a Virgo: be upfront and honest with your Virgo.
Upfront.
We are walking lie detectives, okay? We can call bullshit from a mile away. Just be real, because we going to be real. That's one thing about us, like Shannon was saying earlier. Very upfront, know what we want, and we're going to tell you that. So if we're asking you a question, just be honest.
Just be honest.
Because
so understanding. Just be honest.
We already know. We just want to have an understanding of what's going on. Be honest, don't lie, because we're going to figure it out if we already don't know.
Probably already know.
Before I put this next tip out, just curious for you, do you like surprises?
It's kind of hard because I do, but I don't.
Right.
Because I don't like to not know what's going on. Like, if I feel like it's something going on and I don't know, I'm like, what the fuck? I get kind of mad, but it's like, oh my God.
Right.
You surprised me. Why you didn't tell me? Like, I need to know.
Yes.
I might can help you plan it.
So that was my tip.
I like to be in the know.
When he said in the letter, we have control issues, pause. It's not control issues. We are just very precise about our destiny. We like to know when, where, what, and how we get in there. So for people who want to know a little bit more about Virgos, we can be picky in that sense. So if you want to surprise us or you want to understand what's going on, ask questions.
That's why I ask questions. What's your favorite color? What you like to eat? Where you like to go? You like to be inside? You like to be outside? It's just the simple questions. Then surprise me.
Right.
Then I'm going to be like,
what you're doing.
God. Like, because you know what you're doing because you already asked me.
Right. And she was saying that too. Like, she's going to ask those questions before she takes her guy out, or even if she, doing something for one of her friends. We're very big on getting to know you.
Mm-hmm.
Get to know us back. Don't just spring stuff on us because it's probably not going to work in your favor.
Exactly.
Really fill it out. Really get to know us before you plan something, because surprising us can be hard.
Definitely.
Because we're very particular.
So why you ain't do it like this? I think I would have liked it better if you would have did this. Why you ain't asked me?
Why you ain't asked me? That's always my... Why you didn't just ask me? Okay. Try not to disrupt our peace. Give us our space. So we were talking a little bit about this before we came on screen. Listen, guys, we do know what we want, but like we said, it can change like in a blink of an eye.
And you need to change with it.
And you just gonna have to roll with the punches. But here's the thing. Give us space to understand what that looks like for us. Virgos are very intense people. We get absorbed in things that bring us joy. We get absorbed in our work. We get absorbed in our creativity. You have to stall us out with that. If your girl or your dude got a business popping, or they're, climbing up the corporate ladder, whatever they got going on, business-wise, give them their space to get that together, because we feel uneasy
if it ain't together.
If it's not together.
Trying to tell you.
Give us our space. That don't mean we're not cutting you off. We're not ignoring you. We're not doing it to cause grief. We just need us
so we can get this together, and then we can get together and we can do it together.
Come on, because I got this together a little bit, so you can come on back now. But
it's not saying, like you said, it's not saying you cut off for good. It's just, let me handle this, what I have to handle first. And then we can get back to this, because I can't give you all of me if I'm not happy with this part of my life. Like, I have to be there all together. You're going to be pissed off because I'm more worried about what I got going on over here than what me and you got going on. Like, I have to be mentally prepared as a whole before I enter into something with somebody else.
All of that. It's so funny because I always, when somebody will ask me, what you been up to?
Work.
Figuring out life.
Yeah.
Trying to get myself together, and you always figuring out life. Yeah.
Life always coming.
Life always coming. You
always got to figure something out. Yes.
You are absolutely correct. I'm always
coming.
trying to figure out what's next.
That's me.
And see, and that might be what y'all call control issues, but it's just, we need to know what the path is, where the path is taking us.
I don't like the unknown.
The unknown is
need
scary.
To know. That's why I have a set plan for everything. Okay, I know I want this business to do this.
Right.
I'm gonna start off with this A, B, C. I can't throw you in at G when I ain't got A, B, C, D, E, and F together.
Hello, somebody.
Like, it's just about understanding, and don't, you just got to be there, like, coach me through it, like, it's going to be all right. We got this. What you need help with?
Yeah.
Let me help you with this. Maybe since you can't do this, let me go do that. It's kind of like a give and take. It's not like you cut off. It's just, I got something else that I'm trying to do right now.
Thanks. Perfect lead-in, because I know every individual person has their love language, right? But a universal love language for Virgo is we're very affectionate, but
I don't know. Maybe that's the Leo in me. I don't know. I'm not affectionate.
You don't like affection?
I mean, it's cool, but it ain't. I'm not affectionate. Okay. He can be affectionate, but for whatever reason, I just can't. I don't know. Unless, like I said, if I have my mind on something else, if my mind on how I'm gonna get these businesses off the ground, how I'm gonna make sure my children, future secure, no, I can't show you affection because all my energy.
And that makes sense because just like when I say affection, it's because Virgos are very romantic and we enjoy time with our partner. But when we're talking about this universal love language, it is more of acts of kindness. Like, help me. If you see me over here struggling, don't be in my face.
Yeah.
And don't try to pull me away from it.
Don't aggravate me.
Help me.
Help me.
Ask how you can help. You see that I'm doing this over here and this needs to be taken care of, just take care of it without me having to ask you.
I haven't even asked you because that's what I'm going to do for you. If I see you trying to do something, I'm going to be like, maybe we should try this. Let me help you with this. Like, don't watch me because now I'm aggravated.
And now we got a whole nother problem. Help me.
Because you think I'm aggravated with you. Too.
Right.
Yeah, because you're not helping me get to where I'm trying to be.
And if you're not helping, you're a burden.
Exactly. And I can't have no more burdens. I already got kids. I can't add no grown man.
No grown
I need
kids.
A grown man that know what he want. Like, you need to know what you want in a woman. It's not that hard. I'm getting aggravated because it's not even that hard. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Like, what do you want in a woman? I may not have them qualities. I'm going to waste your time. I'm going to waste my time.
That part.
Let me know up front, what do you want? Like, and that's just how I ask people, what do you want?
And we've already established that a Virgo does not like wasted time. So, what you want, what I want, let's figure out if it's the same thing.
Exactly.
And if not, ain't no hard feelings.
It ain't no hard feelings. You just go your way and I go my way. It ain't no beef. It ain't no nothing. It's just we don't have the same. Mindset. Like you said, we very understanding.
Very.
It's no issue with nothing. I don't have no bad blood with none of my exes is no bad blood. It's just it didn't work. It just didn't work. We cool. It didn't work. And that's it.
Okay. Don't brag. That's annoying. One thing about it, and it's so crazy because I think it's because we do know what we want and how things should go in life, and we just kind of are always working to get ourselves together and on point. Virgos tend to be pretty humble.
Very humble.
We're pretty humble people.
Very humble. I don't even mean to cut you off, but I hate if a dude try to talk to me and I go through his pictures and he flashing money and his belt. I promise you, it's a wrap. I hate showboating.
Yeah.
I need somebody humble because I'm humble. You can have it. You can show me that you got it, but you don't have to show the world.
Don't brag.
Don't
be extra. We don't like that extra stuff.
I hate it.
And it's because Virgos are very independent people.
Very. So it's like, I don't need you.
That was my
I don't need you. Let's be clear. I don't need you, but I want you. Mm-hmm. So act accordingly. Don't act like I need you because I don't. And I will show you. Cut off game real strong.
Right.
I will show you. I don't need you.
Don't need you. So pipe it down a little bit. Don't brag. Just be humble. Be modest.
Be humble.
We can be great together, but they don't have to be out here flashy and extra. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that. Need you. Big turn off. Big turn off. I think that was all the tips that I had for y'all.
And they still not gonna get it. Y'all ain't gonna get it.
So I hope that this conversation kind of helped you out, sir, that wrote this letter you asked for the cheat code. Maybe this gave you a little bit of insight into Virgo mind.
Maybe you can just ask her, because I know with me, I like to be very upfront. I don't like to beat around the bush. Don't ask me 10 questions to get to your main question. What is it you trying to say to me?
What do you want?
Just ask me what you want to ask me. I say that all the time. Just ask me what you want to ask me.
Right.
Don't beat around the bush. Ask me what it is, and we can go from there. That way, it cut out a whole bunch of confusion and misconceptions. Just ask me.
It's simple.
If you can't understand me, ask me. Damn, babe, how can I understand you better? Why you did this like that? And I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be very upfront and honest. So for him, just ask her.
Just ask.
Hey, what's going on?
Conversation.
Yeah.
Have a conversation with your Virgo, and you'll get all the info that you need. Because we're going to talk.
As you can see.
Because my girl
already said too much.
My girl came on here and said she was shy. She shy, y'all. Can y'all
I was shy. I was nervous.
She was nervous.
My cousin told me to put on this turtleneck. I was like, oh my God, I'm sweating. I got on a turtleneck. I'm nervous. My heart beating fast.
It's the light.
I was nervous for real. I was nervous.
You did great. This was a bomb conversation. I definitely had fun. So closing out as we round up close to 9 o'clock here. Love your Virgos. We're very special people.
Love them, man.
We are very loyal. Get you one in your life. We'll change your life. We'll change your life.
Best thing ever.
Funny. We have a good time. Very understanding.
Very understanding. I think people don't get that. When I say very understanding, I mean very understanding. You don't have to lie to me.
Don't have to lie. Don't lie.
You don't have to lie to me. Especially to my don't play in my face, because now I gotta play in yours. You're not gonna like how I play.
Because we can now this
you're not gonna like how I play.
And somebody told me this, and I had to like check and see. I asked a couple of my other Virgo friends. We can be very nasty. Don't get it twisted. We're very nice people, and we're loyal, and we're understanding. But when it comes to the point where we feel like
I'm being
we got a problem, we can be nasty, and you ain't gonna like it.
And I will be nasty,
because that Virgo mouth is lethal.
I will be nasty. You gonna hate me.
Don't like that. Hate me. And don't bring around people that we don't like, and you know we don't like them. Don't try to force us
into no.
Oh, you been there.
Don't try to force
I thought I was the only one.
Don't try to force nobody.
Because then you're gonna be embarrassed and shamed.
And y'all gonna be talking about me when I leave. Don't try to force nobody on me. Don't try to force no relationship on me. Don't try to force nothing on me. Because you're gonna hate me in the end.
Thanks. Somebody said I love Virgos. Team Taurus. See, look at us.
Who said that? I think I know. Oh no, but I like her. I love her. I love you too, girl. But the men, them Taurus men.
So maybe it hit different for the men and women.
Maybe we get a Taurus man next time to see.
And see, maybe that's what we'll do. Have a conversation with a Taurus man. See what y'all talking about. But yeah, get you a Virgo in your life. We're amazing people.
At least once.
You
don't want it again.
Don't understand? Ask. Just ask us. That's so simple. Give us our space. But ask us what we want, because we're going to tell you.
Number one, give us our space.
Give us our space.
We'll come around, but give us our space.
You have to be understanding of what that means. I just say, because when you in a rut, or you trying to figure stuff out, you don't want nobody hounding you either. Maybe you do. I don't know, but I don't. That.
I don't. Please give me my space. Like, you can ask me something today. I may not answer it until next week, but just respect that it took me a week to answer you. You got to answer.
I'm gonna get to it.
But give me time. You got to give me space. Don't hound me. Like, oh my God, I can't.
I'm gonna just say we may be a little difficult to understand, but once you get it down, you will be so happy that you have us in your life.
Very happy.
We make people happy.
I don't think it's nobody more loyal than the Virgo.
And ain't.
Unless
we
you
are
play
the
in our
most
face.
loyal sign. Unless you play in our
face.
And then it's a wrap. And it's a, okay, good day.
Mm-hmm.
Because now we got a whole issue.
Exactly.
So before we get out of here, we're going one last toast to the Virgos. Thank you so much, Miss Shannon, for coming through and having this conversation with me and my people. Shout out to the Virgos. Thank you guys. for coming through and another episode of As Told by Nay, the podcast. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel. There's a link down in the bottom. Grab a copy of my book, Barnes & Noble. Shout out to Elena and No Strings Publishing and the No Strings studio right now. Hit her up for more information about this space if you'd like. And I'll see you guys right back here next week, same time, for another conversation on As Told by Nay. Let's talk about it.
I love it. I'm excited. I want to come back.
Yes, I definitely will have you back, man. This was good combo.
It was.
You did good. You did really good. We still on, Lena?